right, it's another fine dandy day here in Fort Stewart, Georgia. So we are going to do the comparison between these two today, the Concept Z and the Inception 200 to 120. And here's that 6-pound line I was talking about in the last video that I bought, the Trilene Extra Tough. Just so we don't have any line complaints, we're definitely using low-end line with a high-end and medium reel. Here's the Z, which is the 7.3 to 1, and then the Inception is the 8.1 to 1. Not that the ratios matter much to their casting performances or anything like that. We're gonna get these bad boys out on this little pond here, see if we can pick up some fish on it. If not, that's okay. The whole point is to get some casting out. Obviously the weather is utter and complete crud, and hopefully that guy with his 22 doesn't shoot and kill us either. All right, so now we got this bad boy all spooled up. This is 14-pound line, and went ahead and I set up the Inception as well. This is on the brand new Lew's TP1, which I talked about again in the last video, how we did the vote online. That is the 7.3 medium heavy. So we'll compare the two here. What I'm gonna do is start with the Inception, and since I've pretty much already used the Concept Z before, so we're gonna do the Inception first, and then we'll go right back to the Concept Z and see just how much of a difference going from that $80 difference in reels. We'll take a walk over there. Now we will start the beginning of this with this GoPro, the chest cam footage, and then at the end, I'll kind of constitute everything and finish everything off on the workbench. Just kind of going through the, the inner components of the reels and kind of show you how similar they are. Just because for me, spooling up these reels, playing with them, I mean, they are pretty similar. I mean, the Inception has the same braking system. Set this at 3. It has a clicking star drag, but no clicking tension knob. Now, that's one of my favorite assets on any reel. When I do buy a new reel, it always has to have a clicking tension knob. For me, that's just a good asset on a reel. And once you kind of figure out how good and the advantages of a clicking tension knob have on a reel, you almost like can't go back. I really do like 13 Fishing. All their reels do have really smooth bail systems. Just off the back, you can tell it's real smooth and easy to use. It's nice. So we're gonna take a little cast there, and that was, I had my thumb on the spool for a little bit. That's good, 30 yards. Let's just reel it on in though. I mean, it's pretty smooth. Definitely just feeling it's not as smooth as the Z, which is understandable, but for freaking 120 bucks, look at this thing. Freaking soars that bait. Now we're dealing with stupid rainy conditions, but there is no wind, so that is kind of on our side today-ish type day, so I could at least test it on not glass water. That guy with that gun was, I want to be on one of those ricochet fishing videos. Y'all ever see those where the guy's fishing and bullets come ricochet? I think it's pretty on. You gotta kind of keep your finger on the spool for how I'm fishing it on 3. But I mean, this thing is zinging this fluke. I mean, it's performing excellent. Now, differences, like I said, I kind of covered the main difference that you're gonna be getting for $120 to $200 on the Inception. Again, the side plate comes off opposed to having the shaft that holds it there. That's just kind of more of a safety issue because replacing these side plates can sometimes be a hassle. The casting system, like I said, this thing's pretty smooth. It's pretty nice. I gotta say, for 120 bucks, this reel is right. I mean, right on. Not a problem that I'm having with it at all. And then that's probably my 6th cast. It's definitely be a workhorse. Definitely would be a nice reel. EVA grips here. Yeah, man, this is sweet. So we're gonna go over. We're gonna take the Concept Z out. Again, this is that Concept Z is the second one I've owned. So I've used it before. I understand its performance, and I really do like the Concept Z. Hence why I bought another one. But you're definitely not going wrong if you're thinking of the 13 Fishing Inception. If this thing's in your price range, it's that intermediate. You starting reels of 13 Fishing. They're entry level 13 Fishing reels. Are going to be your $80, $70 sets. Then you can bump up to this Inception, and then the next step would be the Concept series, the Concept A, the C, and obviously the Z now. So let's go grab that Concept Z. Gotta say, you performed well. For me, with the first impressions on the reel, I definitely give it a thumbs up. This is a sweet reel. I enjoy it. I've fished, literally, you can ask anybody that's watched this channel. If you yourself has been around this channel for a while, I have fished every rod and reel in the biz. And I really do have a great love for Lew's reels, but 13 Fishing has been turning me on to their gear as I geared into the Concept Z's for 2018. And definitely wanted to show you guys their intermediate reel here with the Inception, and definitely performs well. And all its assets are real nice. It's got the holes in the back for loop systems, so we'll get into it more at the end of the video with the better camera, so you get a better, more quality look at it when we compare it with the Z. We're gonna slap on the Z here. So I mean, right off the bat, just like picking up a reel, I mean, you're gonna see a big difference in noticeable, you know, cosmetic stuff of a reel from, you know, $200 price range to $120. For me, reels are like the most important tool for me on the water, and I really do enjoy the higher end reels. But you know, most anglers, especially here on YouTube, are looking for that budget reel, and you guys know how much I like the budget stuff. So that Inception, I think, is a good look. But a lot of people want to know what's the big hype and craze. It's with the Concept Z. It's awesome. That's a good start, right? We're gonna take this thing over. Same spot I was just fishing, and we're kind of losing some of our light here. Curious to see how this GoPro 6 picks up this light, but I've been saying I wanted to make this video for the past like week, so it's definitely overdue. And then it decides that the sky wants to open up and rain as soon as we come out to do something. So again, the 13 Fishing stuff, just really smooth bail actions, and I'll show you the same action bringing the side plate, but that pops up, and then there's a shaft that holds it, locks it on, so you're not going to watch that thing tumble overboard. So again, we're going to put that on 3. Again, see the braking system, we can set it the same as we did the Inception. And here we're going to do this thing all the way up. So that's that, you know, that clicking or ticking tension knob, which is what you get on this model. The handle is a little more cut out, a little more hollow, a little more design to it, so eye candy definitely wins on this reel with the paint job and everything on. But I think this is a genius marketing scheme, putting this thing bright orange like this. Everybody's going to recognize it and know that it is this Concept Z. Pretty much the build, though, you're going to see the loop ports are in the same spot as the Inception, and the whole build is essentially the same as the Inception. This is a little more rounded, a couple little different indents on the sides and everything than the Inception has. So let's cast this thing out. And you can see, I mean, this thing is just stupid butter smooth. I mean, really, I mean, it's the same thing. Brakes are on 3. We've got the tension knob pretty tight. Probably, I'd say about 3/4 up there. I don't know how many clicks exactly, but we could probably get a little more play out of it. But I mean, I could tune this thing a lot easier than the Inception, most likely, and get a little cleaner, a little smoother. I definitely don't get as much line play on the spool, like with backlashes and everything, as I did with the Inception. And I'm casting the same, you know, this is still the same 14-pound line, same 7.3 medium heavy rod with the weightless fluke. I mean, they're going the same distance. It is a like night and day difference kind of in the smoothness of the cast. But I mean, for fishing a soft plastic jerkbait like this, weightless, is we'll pop that side plate, we'll bump the reel, we're gonna bump the reel to 4, take one more cast, and that's a bomb there. So that went a little farther. We're coming down 2 more clicks. And that's what I mean about, you know, with the Concept Z, higher value reel, you're gonna get a little more tune, fine tuning, just it's a better built-in reel. With that polymer style bearing, the bushings that they're doing now in these reels, you're gonna get a little, you know, a little more performance, I guess you could say. The clicking star drag, you're able to really keen in on your spot. So with the weightless soft plastic, the $200 Concept Z definitely casts a lot smoother, but you know, I gotta bust the myth, it's not casting any further than the Inception. I did it all right here. We're losing sunlight relatively quickly too, but for $80 cheaper casting, the Inception gets the job done. Alrighty, y'all, so we are back here, and actually on my way back from the lake there, I stopped in and checked my mailbox and got a pretty cool, I guess you could say, tool or parts for the Concept Z, which you're definitely going to want to check out here. In the next probably 2-3 days, I'm going to be uploading another video with an awesome modification I'm going to be doing to this Concept Z, so definitely stay tuned to that. But moving on with the reel, you know, I really hope you guys enjoyed that kind of comparison video. I understand the weather kind of sucked, the lighting kind of sucked, but I really want to get it done and really get it pushed out here. So with all honesty, I do think that the Inception held its own up to its cousin here, the Concept Z. Now, I've had my other Concept Z has outperformed any reel that I've ever used, quite honestly.
It's definitely comparable to some of the $280 to $350, $400 reels that I've used. Reels that definitely have an awesome reputation around the fishing industry. And this reel in particular, throwing anything besides a weightless, throwing anything that has a certain amount of weight to it. And the first video I ever did on it was throwing a weightless Senko, and I was blown away by how far I could cast a Senko with so much ease. Now taking this thing out with the Inception, throwing a soft jerkbait style, a fluke bait, soft style jerkbaits like this, it really held its own, or the Inception really held its own with this reel here. I honest to God did not see much of a difference in that pattern. I was getting maybe, put it to feet, probably 5 to 10 feet farther, so it wasn't crazy. With a Senko, that's night and day difference. I was blasting a Senko, but a Senko has a significant amount of weight to it, being that it's a big 5-inch salted thick plastic bait. It's got some weight to it and you can really get a hold of it. And I really think the Concept Z shines when we can really get that bushing going and really get a bait blasting out there, because I can whip a rattle trap, I can whip walking baits, poppers. I threw an underspin on this for about 2 weeks solid, and there's not a reel that I've used that will throw an underspin like this reel can throw. I mean, you literally take 5% of your energy and just zing that thing out there 50 yards like butter. So between the Z and the Inception on a weightless plastic, you're gonna see a little bit of it, a little distance, and definitely with as much power as you're gonna be using when casting, which is definitely something to think about when you're fishing all day. You're gonna be picking up a rod and reel and blasting that thing on the water. Throwing this thing, you're gonna get so much less fatigue, I'm telling you. And it kind of sounds cliche, kind of like, oh, that's kind of pointless. But until you pick one up and really get a hold of it and start fishing it, you don't really see its advantages of how smooth this thing casts. And it really is kind of blows you away the first time you use it. Just like my first video throwing a Senko. I mean, I was throwing this easy 60 yards, clearing an entire lake. It was awesome. So I'm gonna pull the bench over and kind of give you an inside look at the reel. But without a doubt, just to kind of wrap it all together, the extra 80 bucks is gonna be worth it in the whole shot. But if you don't have it, settling for the 13 Fishing Inception is definitely a good buy as well. So pretty much the Concept Z and the Inception have the same pre-build. They've got the same braking system. Again, some of the differences, as I explained, were the spool popping and staying on with its built shaft here. But the main braking system is the same in the Z as it is the Inception, from 0 to 6, with brakes being applied more and less. And the main difference you're going to see is that bushing there inside, the CZB technology that they have applied to these reels, which is the main talk of these things. Main thing on the Inception you're going to be getting is that bushing. Second thing is going to be its finish. You're going to get this sweet, slick orange finish. Some call it ugly. I think it's awesome, and I think it's an ingenious marketing plan, being that everyone's going to recognize this reel. The finish, there's really nothing on the market that resembles a reel like this, so it's definitely unique in those ways. The Inception's also going to give you the EVA grips, the knobs here. So you definitely get some cool look designs and fashion more on the reel than you are the Inception, but the main things are its internal components with the Z's performance, and that extra $80 bringing to the $200 mark. It definitely gonna see that difference. As far as the Inception, I gotta say, if you're a weekend guy, settle for something that makes your budget worth it. If you're out there just to buy the Z, buy it. I mean, you're looking at an $80 difference, and you're going to be more than happy. I can almost guarantee that. But if you're someone that's looking at it and you like the hype of the reel, you like all the talk, but you're kind of dipping and want to wet your toes, so to speak, with 13 fishing products, settle for the Inception and really get to know bait casting reels if you're really starting to get into the play of things, because that Inception is a quality product, 120 bucks. So basically, I'll tell you why I bought the Z and why I don't have more Inceptions, why I have the Concept Z. Casting this reel is just another world. It's 100% different than anything else I've used, and I have real high-end reels from everything from Daiwa Zillions to Luz Pro Magnesiums. I have a lot of high-end reels, and I really do enjoy reels. I'll tell people that all the time. My favorite product and my favorite tool in the water is gonna be the reel. Pretty much your main thing when going out there. It's getting your bait to those fish. So keep in mind, you're gonna get what you pay for in the fishing industry, and you're gonna get a good product at this. This thing is definitely a big hype, lots of talking in the industry on it right now. And the reason I bought them is I bought one because I was curious. I wanted to see what they were like. I loved the finish, quite honestly. I was really into just straight up the look of the reel. But I went and bought it and was totally impressed by the first reel that I had to pick up another. And I gotta say, with a weightless fluke, you're looking at about 10 foot deep, but let's call it 10%. 10% casting farther. You're casting 10% farther than you would with the Inception. And where that's coming from is just the fact that how smooth that reel casts. And that's not to say that the Inception is a crappy reel or casts worse or whatever. It's just this thing's it's built to cast farther. That is its whole goal. There's been a lot of talk on, do I settle for the Inception? Do I get a Concept A? Do I get a Z? What do I want to do? At the end of the day, it's going to be personal preference. What do you want to spend? I figured that I'd make a video just kind of comparing them on a bait that's pretty popular and a bait that a lot of people ask about, because I throw a fluke a lot. It is an awesome schooling bait. There's really no way you can fish that bait wrong. It's so versatile. And I wanted to show you what a Concept Z with all its casting height does compared to the Inception. I think that was real good video and real good comparison to two very popular reels from 13 Fishing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it helped you on your future purchase. Again, you're going to be happy with both products without a doubt. I think a lot of people kind of sit around and, you know, should I buy this, should I buy that, what should I do? So I hope this video kind of cleared some things up for you. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe. There's tons of awesome content. I've got an awesome modification coming on this reel, and you guys definitely want to stay tuned for that. So be lookout on the channel for that video coming in the next couple days. If you guys have bought the Concept Z and you own one, you've gone out and fished it, comment below. Let me know how you like it. Let me know many differences you've seen, because I'm standing proof of a lot of the things it does. I've had plenty of time on the water with it, fishing a couple tournaments with it, and man, it's a cool reel. So until next video, again, thanks to you returning subscribers, thanks to you new subscribers hitting that button, helping the channel grow. And until next video, hope you guys stay tuned, get out there, stay safe, catch some big fish. We'll see you guys right back here on the Bass Leader channel. Again, if you've used this bad boy, comment below. And anybody else that has more questions, comment below, and everybody will try to help you out. Get out there, catch some big ones. Tight lines, y'all.